All right, let's talk about the startup world. We're going to look past all those flashy headlines, past the whole hustle culture thing that gets glamorized, because today we're going to dig into the real, hidden costs of that relentless grind. Wow, that question really hits you, doesn't it? It basically challenges everything we've been told it takes to make it in the super fast-paced world of startups. Okay, so let's dive into this. First up, we have to talk about the image we all know, the myth of the tireless founder. You know the one. It's a story that's been sold to us for years, right? In this culture, working 80, maybe even 100-hour weeks, that's not seen as a problem. It's actually celebrated. It's supposed to be proof that you're dedicated, that you're all in. The more you sacrifice, the more respect you get. It's wild. And of course, there's this one. This goes hand in hand with that whole hustle mentality. Pulling all-nighters isn't a sign of, bad planning. No, it's glorified. It's seen as this necessary sacrifice for the sake of your big idea. And this is what keeps the whole illusion going. The media absolutely loves a success story, the unicorn valuations, the huge acquisitions. And it creates this idea that massive success is not only possible, but that it's pretty much guaranteed if you just grind hard enough. Okay, but this is where we need a serious reality check. Because behind that shiny, perfect image, there is a much darker and, well, a much more hidden story going on. So now, let's pull back the curtain on the part that nobody really talks about, the silent but totally widespread mental health crisis that's facing some of the world's most ambitious people. And it is so important to understand this. Burnout is not just about feeling tired. It's a state of mental and physical exhaustion that actually literally damages a founder's most important asset, their brain. It leads to terrible choices, it completely kills creativity, and yeah, it can absolutely sink a company. Now, check out the data on this slide. This isn't just a feeling people have. It's a cold, hard fact. Studies show that entrepreneurs are 50% more likely to report having a mental health condition. I mean, just look at the chart. The rate of reported issues for founders just skyrockets compared to everybody else. This isn't just a few isolated cases. It's an epidemic. And these are the specific battles being fought completely in silence. We're talking about that crushing anxiety about making payroll, the imposter syndrome that's always whispering you're not good enough, the chronic stress that literally never turns off, and, the really deep loneliness of being the one at the top. So where is all of this coming from? Why is the pressure so incredibly intense for founders? This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's like you're fighting a war on 4 different fronts. You've got investors demanding insane growth. You've got your employees' actual livelihoods resting on your shoulders. Your own ambition is pushing you harder and harder. And all of it is just haunted by this crushing fear of failure. And this quote, this really gets to the core of that isolation problem. As a leader, there's so much pressure to be the unshakable rock for everyone else. Admitting you're struggling feels like you're letting everyone down. Like showing weakness could make the whole thing just crumble. Okay, so this brings us to a really critical point. A founder's mental health isn't some personal problem you can just deal with after work. No way. It is a core business metric that directly, and I mean directly, impacts the bottom line. Just look at this side-by-side comparison. On one hand, you have a resilient, mentally healthy founder. They bring clarity, they boost morale, they can adapt to pretty much anything. On the other side, you have a burned-out founder. They're making impulsive decisions, they're killing morale, and they're shutting down the very innovation the company needs to survive. The difference is, well, it's night and day. And here's how that damage spreads. A founder's personal struggle is never contained. It ripples out, it harms their leadership, it creates a toxic team environment, it kills new ideas, and ultimately, it dramatically increases the chance that the business is going to fail, period. So if that's the problem, what's the solution? This is probably the most important part of this whole conversation. It's about shifting our perspective. We have to start treating a founder's well-being not like a luxury, but like an absolute strategic necessity for success. And look, these are real, actionable things you can do. It starts with setting hard boundaries between work and the rest of your life. It means you have to intentionally build a support system with peers who actually get what you're going through. It means seeking out resources that are made for entrepreneurs. And finally, it means treating your own well-being as a key performance indicator, a KPI, right up there with revenue or user growth. And this, right here, is the big takeaway. This is what we all have to get.
Taking care of your mind isn't selfish. It's not a sign that you can't handle the pressure. It is the single most strategic move a founder can make to guarantee their own survival and the long-term sustainable success of their company.
So I'll just leave you with this thought to chew on. As we look to the future, maybe, just maybe, the most disruptive innovation won't be a new piece of technology. Maybe it'll be a fundamental shift in how we support the actual human beings who are trying to build that future.